Hello and welcome. This is Eagle Eye 621, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this Shaky-Sand or force update cactus farm. And in this version, we're also automatically converting it into bamboo to give you a sense of the numbers involved. This tiny machine will produce about 9,000 cactus per hour. That's a little over 640 bone meal per hour, or over 15,400 per day, which is 241 stacks of bone meal, or a little over 10 full chests per day. You can, of course, instead not use these composters and hook this up to a cactus storage if you need cactus, or more likely to a furnace farm. And then to give you some ideas on those numbers, you should be able to fully power 24 furnaces with just these 4 cactus plants, and you can do it with the materials in this chest. And do note that these materials on this side are temporary or structure blocks, and then these are the materials you need to make the farm itself. And then you can use any full block. You don't have to use glass. If you want to see the cactus pop, then obviously you should use some glass. Let's get these into the inventory and find a nice spot to start building. So we're going to start by coming up a bunch of blocks, and the reason that we're doing this is to give us a little bit of room on the bottom, but more importantly to make sure that no mobs, either hostile or passive, wander into the boats and ruin your farm. Now you're going to want to take your first boat and you're going to want to aim towards the center of this chest. And then you're going to take your structure blocks, and I'm just going to use glass because it's handy, and you're going to bridge up, and then you want to bridge over, and then you're going to want to drop this second boat, again, right in the middle of the block, right there. And then we can break some of these, break this, and then we want to test whether or not this is in the correct alignment. So we put some of our temporary blocks directly over the boat. We go front and back, and then we're going to drop some of the sand on each of the corners. And you're hoping that the boat stops the sand, and you see the sand shaking, which we do. So we did align this properly. And now we can remove some of these to give us some space. We're going to want to put down some of our chests now, and these are temporary. We're putting them next to where the shaking sand is, and we're doing that in the front and back of the boat. And then we're going to come around to do it on this side. You can obviously use less temporary blocks if you do these one at a time. We're going to want to get ready to put a minecart where our falling sand is. So we're going to get some of those temporary blocks to make a path. We're going to break the falling sand, and we're going to add one more chest up top just to make sure everything aligns properly. And it is important that you do use a chest and not a solid block, because we need the hopper minecart to be a little bit over the side of the block. And since the chest isn't a full block, it will help properly align this. We put down our rails, we put down our hopper minecart, and we then push it into that space. We're going to turn around and break this, and we can break this, and we're going to do this exactly on the other side as well. So we're going to break this shaking sand. We're going to put our rail on this side now and do the exact same thing and push it over. And then we can break this, and this, and this. Now we're going to want to repeat that on this side as well. So we're going to get ready to push this over, and we can break that sand as well. Once we put down our rails, we're going to break this shaking sand right here, and we're going to do the same thing by pushing this over. And then we're going to turn around, break that, put the block on this side, break these. We're going to break this shaking sand, and we're going to put some of our blocks to make sure that it falls correctly, like so. Put the rail back down, And then with your last minecart hopper, push that in there as well. Perfect. Break that. Break all of these things. And we can break this and this and this. Now before you break these last ones, do make sure to drop your sand back on top of those hopper minecarts. And of course, do be sure to do that on both sides, like so. And then we can remove these, but we're going to use this to help us a little bit by putting our hoppers underneath. But we also do want to make sure that they're aligned to go into a composter. So we're going to come down and we're going to come over. We can break that and break that. We're going to point a hopper directly into the composter because you need that in order to make it work. And then point one under here and under here as well. And then we can break all of these chests. We're going to come around to this side and we're going to do the same thing. We want to come down one and then push that to the center. Break those. We're going to put our hopper pointing into that and then into the middle one. And then we can break these chests as well. And we can also break these glass blocks. Now we can set up our cactus first. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an outline for the cactus like this. Be sure to break this, excuse me, I need to go up one more, like this. And then be sure to break that one in the center. And then we're going to make that plus sign around for all of them. Break that one in the center. Another plus sign. Break that one in the center. And one more. And again, that's open. And then we can put one above. And we're going to do that on both sides. And then break that. And then we can plant our cactus, and you will see that they will start to extraordinarily fast grow. And already they are feeding into the composters, which is going to fill up very fast. So now we need to take a chest, and we can make this go underneath. And we can just make a double chest like this. And then we can feed our hoppers into that on both sides. Again, based on the rates that I explained in the beginning, this single double chest is not nearly going to be enough unless you are here taking it out and putting it into some other system. So you can set this up into a much larger collection system, or you can use an auto dropper to use a water stream to push it into another system, or some sort of an auto shulker box loader, or just a tremendous number of chests. And of course we can break all these remaining blocks. And this is now 100% fully automatic, AFK. As long as this is in a loaded chunk, it will be producing about 9,000 cactus per hour, which will fill up 10 chests of bone meal per day. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a like. And for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.